The silence around the Colts practice facility this week is deceptive. While the surface looks calm, there are major undercurrents shaping the future of this roster. From critical roster adjustments to high-level strategic shifts in the locker room, the front office is clearly positioning for a long-term play. We are looking at 3 distinct developments today that will dictate the tenor of the upcoming season. Everything from player availability to scheme adjustments is currently on the table, and the implications for our playoff push are massive. You need to hear this.
When we analyze the trajectory of Anthony Richardson, we have to move beyond the box scores. The reality of his development is found in the way he processes coverages and manages the pocket during high-leverage situations. Looking at the coaching staff's approach, there is a clear emphasis on refining his footwork and timing to ensure he survives the grind of an NFL season. Anthony Richardson represents a unique intersection of physical tools and raw potential that simply does not come around often. If you look at his tape from the recent training sessions, the ball placement on intermediate routes has improved significantly. This is a crucial development because his ability to attack the middle of the field dictates the spacing for the entire offense. Opposing defensive coordinators are already adjusting their packages to account for his dual threat capability, which creates a ripple effect throughout the league. Historically, the Colts have always prioritized quarterbacks who can command the room, and the leadership traits he is exhibiting behind the scenes are encouraging. He is spending extra hours in the film room, dissecting defensive shells and learning the nuances of the checkdown game. This level of maturity is exactly what the organization was looking for when they made the investment in him. From a salary cap perspective, having a quarterback of his caliber on a rookie deal is the ultimate competitive advantage for the front office. It allows for more flexibility in the trenches and the secondary. The pressure is on him to deliver, but the internal confidence in his ability to lead this team is at an all-time high. Every snap he takes in practice is designed to build that internal clock and situational awareness. We are seeing a player who is not just learning to play the position, but learning how to win in the AFC. The transition from a prospect to a franchise leader is never linear, but the markers are there. If he continues to refine his decision-making process, the sky is the limit for this offensive unit. This isn't just about his arm talent, it is about his capacity to process information at the speed of the professional game. The coaching staff is tailoring the scheme to play to his strengths, utilizing more RPO concepts that keep defenses off balance. We have to keep a close eye on how he manages the blitz packages, as that will be the final test of his growth this year. But for now, the focus remains on consistency and building the foundation for sustained success. It is a process that requires patience, but the early returns are promising for the direction of the franchise.
If you are enjoying this deep dive into the Colts strategy, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support allows us to keep bringing you these insider updates every single week.
The tactical evolution under Shane Steichen has been one of the most fascinating narratives to follow this season. When we talk about scheme fit, we are really talking about how Shane Steichen manipulates defensive leverage to create explosive plays. His background in developing offensive talent is well documented, but his ability to adapt to the specific personnel on this roster is what stands out. The way he structures his play calling during the red zone is particularly aggressive, showing a willingness to challenge the defense in ways that previous regimes might have avoided. Shane Steichen has a very specific vision for how he wants this offense to look, centered around speed and tempo. By increasing the pace of the game, he forces opposing defensive lines to stay on the field longer, which eventually leads to exhaustion and mental errors late in the fourth quarter. It is a calculated strategy that requires total buy-in from the entire unit, and based on what I have seen in the locker room, that buy-in is absolute. There is a palpable sense of accountability that starts with him and trickles down to every position group. He doesn't just call plays, he teaches the why behind every concept, which empowers his players to make adjustments on the fly. This level of communication is vital when you are dealing with a young roster that is still finding its identity. Throughout history, the most successful Colts teams have been those that stay disciplined in their assignments, and he is constantly preaching that mantra. The impact on the trenches is also noteworthy, as he has implemented a zone blocking scheme that allows for more vertical movement. It is not just about the skill position players, the foundation is being built on the offensive line. By creating a culture where everyone is held to the same high standard, he is fostering a competitive environment that pushes veterans and rookies alike. The analytical data supports this approach, showing a higher efficiency rating on third down conversions compared to the previous season. As the league continues to evolve, the ability to pivot and adjust is what separates good coaches from great ones. He is clearly in the latter category, consistently finding ways to exploit matchups that others might miss. The way he manages the clock and utilizes timeouts is another area where he has shown remarkable growth. He is not afraid to take risks when the situation calls for it, which keeps opposing defensive coordinators guessing. Ultimately, the success of the team will hinge on his ability to maintain this level of intensity throughout the long season. Everything is trending in the right direction, and the belief in the building is that this approach will yield significant results in the postseason. We are witnessing the maturation of a coaching philosophy that is perfectly aligned with the talent on the field.
Building a sustainable roster in the modern NFL is a delicate balancing act, and Chris Ballard has always been very specific about his methodology. When we look at the current state of the roster, the fingerprints of his scouting philosophy are everywhere. He prioritizes high-character players with elite physical traits, often looking for value in the middle rounds of the draft. This strategy has been a cornerstone of his tenure, and it continues to define how he approaches free agency and contract extensions. Chris Ballard is not one to chase trends or overspend on aging veterans. Instead, he favors a methodical approach to building depth. This creates a roster that is resilient against the inevitable injury bug that hits every team during the season. By focusing on the draft as the primary pipeline for talent, he ensures that the team maintains a healthy salary cap situation, which provides the flexibility to address needs as they arise. It is a disciplined approach that requires patience from the fan base, but it has consistently kept the team in contention. The emphasis on the defensive front and secondary depth is a direct reflection of his belief that games are won in the trenches and at the point of attack. Every move he makes is backed by rigorous data analysis and scouting reports that go back years. He does not just look at a player's production, he looks at the intangibles that make them a fit for the team culture. This internal vetting process is what sets the organization apart from others that rely more on flashy signings. There is a quiet confidence in the front office that the current roster is capable of making a deep run if they stay healthy and disciplined. Watching how he manages the 53-man roster during the transition from preseason to the regular season is always an educational experience. He is constantly scanning the waiver wire and trade market for opportunities to improve, but he never forces a move if the value isn't there. This level of consistency is rare in the league, and it provides a sense of stability that the players appreciate. The future of the franchise is in good hands because the planning is done with a long-term horizon in mind. He understands that the road to a championship is a marathon, not a sprint, and every decision is made with that end goal in sight. As we look ahead to the next phase of the season, the depth he has cultivated will be tested. It is a challenge that he is prepared for, and the early signs suggest that the roster is well equipped to handle the rigors of the schedule. We are seeing a front office that is in lockstep with the coaching staff, which is the hallmark of a winning organization. The commitment to this process is unwavering, and that is why the team remains a constant threat in the division.
Between the development of our quarterback, the tactical adjustments from the sideline, and the meticulous roster building in the front office, the Colts are clearly in a pivotal phase. There is so much to watch as these storylines unfold on the field. We have broken down the critical pieces today, but the real test is how it all translates under the lights. I want to hear from you. Do you believe this current strategy is enough to secure a division title this year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more coverage.